everyone, this is P4L. In today's P4L review, we'll be taking a look at a really awesome figure that a lot of people have been really excited about and have had for a while. But this is Wei Jiang's MPP10 Commander from their deformation era, metal deformation robot. Basically, it's a Transformer knockoff. So this is an oversized version of our very popular Masterpiece MP10, but it does feature a lot of different changes, not just the oversizing. So let's go ahead and start with packaging review. And as you can see, this packaging is really large, and my new review area is not that big, so you're getting a little bit of my light boxes here. Anyway, so the package is huge. It is shoebox style, kind of like the Toy World boxes that we've seen. We have this really weird artwork here that I don't understand why they did this, because it looks pretty rudimentary, honestly. And it's a mishmash of like kind of 8th grader art, but then it also has real tires that are photoshopped in here. It's honestly quite hilarious, and this is not even what the figure looks like, so it's just random, honestly. Nothing really on the rest of the box anywhere important, except the back, where we see a bunch of promo images. We see it's all in English, which is nice. I haven't read it all, but I imagine some of it's pretty broken. But it does feature a lot of the accessories that you get with the Masterpiece MP10. No trailer, and none of the trailer accessories like roller or I think that's it. Yeah, the trailer and roller. That actually comes in a separate release that has just recently been released by the company. But it does come with a fold-up laser rifle or iron blaster, the Matrix. He does come with Spike. He does come with the Energon axe. What else did he come with? I think that's about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and show you what it's like to open this. The packaging is actually very sturdy. Again, shoebox style. Opens up like this. Has some Velcro on the top and bottom. And then on the inside, it's actually all styrofoam. And once you open it up, you have some protective stuff here. But you have Optimus and styrofoam as well. So let me safely get this guy out of packaging and we'll continue the review. Alright, so out of packaging, this is what you get. Let's go through the instruction manual first. Again, that really weird artwork here. I just noticed it has some kind of weird blasty shard effect there. It's just so odd. And then there's some kind of thing hanging down there. I'm not even gonna postulate what that is, but it's supposed to be based off of this image, which I don't know where it comes from, but that's actually a much nicer image. Odd thing is, it talks about all these extra things that aren't in here, like the trailer and roller, which aren't included, but it goes through, you know, mentioning all about it here, all the different features. And again, that's actually a separately released. So, and then it goes into transformation, which they do a pretty good job about that. And that's really it. I think later releases got this image on the box or some other actual photo image on the box, which looks really nice, so they should definitely use that. Alright, let's get that out of the way. He comes with his Energon axe. The way it came packaged on mine, it was kind of bent up, so you can see it's kind of droopy, little sad, you know. But you can just I think you can just throw that in some warm boiling water and straighten that out. I don't really care because I'm not going to use it that much. And then he also has his ion blaster, which features the same same fold-up mechanism that goes into the back and the quick release. Nicely done. It does have some paint here, which is nice, but it would have been nice if they added a little bit more paint. And then you also get Spike. And Spike actually has features. He has eyes this time, so you can see, and he's not just some weird ghost-looking like thing. But honestly, I don't really care about Spike all that much, so let's just get rid of him. And let's get to the main big bot himself. And so here we have MPP10, a really huge figure. And you're probably not going to really appreciate how large he is until I start bringing in some comparisons. So let's go ahead and do that right away, so just so you know. And then we'll go into some of the details. Here he is with MP10, the Hasbro version. And one of the MP1 molds. This is the battle damage one of the US releases. And shoulder to shoulder, he's taller than... What's going on here? Obviously he's taller than MP10, but he's also slightly taller than MP1, which, you know, he's already quite big. And he just looks fantastic. There are some differences here. So one of the overall differences that you'll notice is he's not a direct MP10 Hasbro version knockoff in terms of the coloring. And he's actually not a direct knockoff of the Takara one, which I didn't dig him out of my box, but he's kind of a mix. He has a closer red to the Hasbro and a closer blue to the Takara. And I think the color differences here are actually, or the color scheme here is actually quite nice. I kind of like it because I've always liked the Hasbro red a bit better than the Takara one. Although I do like the blue. I mean, I just like it just because it's huge. Some other key differences. One thing to note, this Autobot logo is actually sold separately. They actually have just like a regular red plug in here that's shaped in the shape of an Autobot symbol. But it's very easy. You can just pull that out, or you can actually unscrew 4 screws here, open it up, and just pop it out from the rear and plug it in. This is the metal one I got from somewhere online, but J-Ream from TFW 2005 also sells a plastic one, and I think there's another plastic one available online as well. So yeah, that's a key difference. The other difference that you'll notice is, or you might not notice, is the grill is actually straight as opposed to angled. So it actually mimics the other grill, the faux grill. Well, this is actually the faux grill, I guess, for the alt mode. So it's consistent between the two modes with the look of the grill. Other things, the legs here, the thighs, are actually molded incorrectly if you look at it in terms of the MP10 mold. But if you look at the G1 toy, it actually looks more like this, the way it's designed. So some people are speculating it was an error. I highly doubt it was an error like this. I think they chose to do that. Although, honestly, I think I prefer this one. Very minor thing. And then the legs here. They made the legs, I think, proportionally longer, the calves. And then they added an extra vent here. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 vents. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's another major difference. But I think aside from those, there aren't really a lot of differences. One of the things that I noticed that right away that I wish they had fixed, the regular size KO MP10s fixed this screw hole here, this visible screw hole. I really wish they had done that because that has always been an eyesore, and now that he's bigger, it's just even more of an eyesore. So that's kind of a bummer. One of the major things that you'll also notice with this guy is that he actually has a lot more paint apps. So you'll see paint apps on like the knees here, the feet, around this little edge. Some people, the promo images actually show this all being silver, but it's actually just this little edge, which I prefer. I don't really get why you would have entire silver part there. Other parts are on the arms here and on the shoulders, just silver detailing there. Some on the back, like here on the upper part of the back, and then these vents down here along the rear, along the arms, and these kind of stepping ladders, whatever that's called. And then on the feet down at the bottom, his tail lights are red. There's probably some more minor paint apps that I'm missing right now, but by and large, he does feature a considerable amount more paint apps than the original figures did. Alright, so that's really it for comparisons. I'll talk about weight and, well, actually, you know what, hold on, give me 1 second. I wanted to make sure that I weighed these guys for you. So MP10 is about 14.6 ounces, so less than a pound. Let's bring in the die-cast beast. 2 pounds 8 ounces. And he is 1 pound 12 ounces. So he sits in the middle of this two. I actually thought upon first holding him that he's heavier, but I just totally forgot how much die-cast this guy has, especially in the lower leg. So it does make sense that that MP1 is heavier. But this guy does feature additional die-cast, specifically in the chest here. These two pieces in the front are die-cast. I think that's really the only extra die-cast that that I recall him having, in addition to the existing die-cast in the feet down here. Some other improvements though are his ankles are not wobbly. They're very nice and tight, which is great. That was one of the major qualms that a lot of people had, or problems that they had, and that was with all releases of MP10. So it's great that these guys fixed it. I think that's it for robot mode for the most part. Let's just do a quick 360. And as I said before, he still does have all the same kind of features. Come on, there we go. Open that up. Oh, and you can see a little bit of paint detail there as well. So go ahead and we can fold this up. Throw it in like this. And close it up. So he still has that functionality. His chest doesn't have that gap or problem with the gap, or at least not as much. Mine's pretty unnoticeable. But you can open that up. His sprue marks are in different locations. They're at the top corners, which is nicer than the one that was like right here before. I do have a bit of a problem with mine there, but nothing major on my chrome. And then he does feature a matrix. This matrix, I believe, is more orange than the original. Do I even have the matrix in my MP10 right now? Let's see. Yeah, so it's gonna be hard to see since it's deep in there, but it is a little bit more orange than the original matrix. I just don't want to fetch it out of there, but yeah, there are some minor differences. So this guy really does also feature a lot of tight joints. So all his joints are a lot tighter than on the MP10 releases I know. They're all friction that I know of, but they're a lot tighter going in and out. Here, swivels. This one has soft ratchets. I don't remember if MP10 had actual ratchets in his elbows. Yeah, I don't. He doesn't. So that's something I guess that they added. He does have ratchets in the knees and the forward motion of the legs. He still has that, and he still has that. So mostly just improvements all around. So I think that's really it. Oh, sorry. One other grievance that a lot of people had was the fingertip on the pointer finger coming out. This is pinned in, so you're not going to have any problems with that that coming out. Speaking of hands and pinned hands, J-Ream, who I talked about before with his Autobot logo, he's producing a set of articulated hands for this guy. He has a waiting list. I'll try to remember to throw that in the description, but he's selling sets of those that are fully painted and pinned at all of the joints, which is really nice. So if you're gonna add this guy to your collection, I would probably recommend going ahead and checking that out. He hasn't released them yet, or at least he hasn't shipped them out, so I don't know we don't have any actual in-hand reviews yet, but based on all this stuff that he's done before, he's gotten really great reviews. So yeah, that's just all I want to do, just a quick review of robot mode. Give me a second, I'm not going to do transformation. We'll go ahead and get into alt mode after a quick cut, and then finish off with final thoughts. Alright, give me a second, guys. Alright, here we have MPP10 in all his alt mode glory. Truck, not monkey for life, for sure. This guy looks just as good in alt mode as he did in robot mode. Everything transformed very cleanly, everything tabs in really well. Maybe even better than, in some cases, than the originals MP10. As you can see, the details that they applied in terms of paint apps around here carry through. I like this nice edge. A lot of people paint this entire section silver. I think that makes it look weird in alt mode, so having this just a little bit of rim, I guess, or edge here in that gunmetal gray kind of color is really, really nice. They didn't paint the ladder, which I was surprised about, but all in all, it does have a lot of nice extra paint apps that show up really well here. Very quickly, let's do a quick look at the back. Some painted pieces here, and again the nice rubber tires. To give you an idea of how he scales, let's go ahead and bring in the original MP10. Obviously this is the Hasbro version with the lighter blue, and again the difference here really being the reds are basically Hasbro red and the blues are Takara blue, and I like that mix. So much larger in all directions. And then get him out of the way and bring in, where is he? There he is. Let's bring in the original big guy, original big masterpiece, and you can see that MP01, the MP01 mold, or MP1 mold, I don't know why I keep saying MP01, MP1 mold looks small even compared to this. The one thing it doesn't have going for it is it doesn't have the working shocks that the MP1 mold had. But yeah, just ever so slightly bigger in the various dimensions. And as you would expect, he still looks much better, and he just transforms much better and cleaner into a truck mode. So yeah, that's really it for MP10's alt mode. They are coming out with a trailer that is actually out now. I'm not going to get it because I just don't see the point in getting it. But it will use the tabs here, or the slots here with corresponding tabs to sit in here. And it's supposed to work with the oversized KO Evasion Prime that Wei Jiang is putting out as well. Alright. So that's really it for the review. I know I usually go back, but since I'm not showing transformations for this guy, I'll just finish off with final thoughts. Definitely a worthwhile pickup, and for the price, it's just phenomenal. Like 100 and maybe 100 change, depending on where you get it. If you got it from Toy Dojo from the first round, when they did it as a Dojo Disciples Facebook group exclusive, you could have gotten this guy for $90 shipped in the US, and that's ridiculous given what you're getting with this figure. They are going to be getting more, but this guy's been so popular that they've been raising prices, so it's not going to be as great a deal as $90, but I think it's going to be somewhere around the $115 shipped, and that should be coming in anytime now. So if you're not on the Dojo Disciples Facebook group page, go ahead and click the link in the description below and get added there, and you'll get more opportunities for exclusives like this. And they did confirm that they will be getting the Evasion oversized KO Evasion Prime, I guess, what do they call it, the M01 Commander from Wei Jiang, and that will be coming just after the Chinese New Year. Alright, So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Hopefully I did you guys a solid by reviewing this. If I did, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe as always. And yeah, that's really it for today's review. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good one.